I think something that's really affecting people that no one talks about is the comfort zone. I've seen the comfort zone kill so many people's dreams, so many people's ambitions. People will be in one position, comfortable for a few years. It could even be a job or a field that you're in. You're in that role, you're super comfortable, you feel like you're doing decent, but you want to progress in life, but you're thinking, oh man, how can I progress? I can't leave this position here. And most of the time it's because of fear, but you need to learn how to maybe do new things, go to new places, get out of that comfort zone, do something different. Because what happens is that once you put your body through basically a different stimuli, your body is going to kind of be shocked. And because of that shock, it's going to force your body to react in certain different ways. And effectively, you're going to grow. It's kind of like a person who never goes to the gym, right? Notice if you go to the gym for the first time and you do weights, the pain that you feel that day after and the soreness you feel in your muscles, because you put your body and your muscles through complete shock. They don't know what's going on, but that shock effectively is just your muscles tearing for growth. So whatever you're doing, whatever foundations you've got, effectively, you need to tear them down so that you can grow. I even look at the example from not only just common jobs, but even from a music standpoint. I look at the example of someone like J. Cole. J. Cole, one of my favorite rappers, great rapper, but the one gripe about J. Cole, they said basically he's quite boring and quite undynamic because he only raps on his own production and he doesn't have features. Remember when he did Forest Hills Drive, everyone was like, yo, platinum with no features. So Forest Hills Drive, For Your Eyes Only, KOD, there were no features on those 3 albums. I liked all 3 of those projects. His fans liked all 3 of those projects. But to an extent, I think it got to a point where things were getting a bit flat. And looking at Kendrick, Drake, it seemed like he was just in that 3rd place. He was behind them. He needed to get on other people's productions. So then now what he did, 2018, if you remember, he went on his legendary feature run. He was murking every single feature. That feature run, the closest thing I can compare it to was Wayne's feature run. Obviously, Wayne's feature run was iconic. I think he did like 70 features in a year. J. Cole's wasn't on that level, but it was still really good on other people's production, going into their world, taking himself out of his normal kind of production, and we were hearing him on different beats. It was gaining the excitement. We were really excited. Released the Dreamville project, Return of the Dreamers 3. Amazing on other people's production. Does Middle Child. That's his biggest record, I think, at the moment. I think it went to number 4. That's actually his biggest record right now on T-Minus production. So he proved that raw on other people's production, Cole can do well. So then now this builds a lot of anticipation for what I think is his best album, The Off Season. I think that is a classic album. 12 songs, he didn't miss on one. He's rapping on other people's production. He didn't list the features at first, but when I heard My Life, I heard 21 Savage, Moray, Lil Baby was on there later on the album, Pride is the Devil. Had the features, had Cameron on the intro. He sounded so good on other people's production. It brought something out of him that people didn't think that he had a few years ago. But what I'm trying to say is that when he jumps on other people's production, it brings out a different kind of energy. And that leads again to the comfort zone. J. Cole went outside of his comfort zone, did the album. That's his best album. That is a classic album. I think The Fall Off is going to be his last album. When people look back at his career, I think they're going to look at the off season, especially as a hip hop fan, they're going to look at the off season and say, yo, that is his classic rap album. That's his most complete project. And that was all a product of him going out of the comfort zone. So to anyone who is in a position where they don't know what to do, they feel like they're not progressing, they're scared to make that leap, test yourself, make the leap. Worst case, you just go back to your life before, but you don't want to live with regret. So always make sure you take that leap. Your body's going to be shocked at first, but the way the body works is that it's going to react to that stimuli. And if you are really great, if you're that person you think you are, you're going to rise up to that challenge and you're going to be successful.